This is NDTV. And you're watching NDTV Hindu.
CPM trades blows with the DMK. The left throws charges of dynasty politics and nepotism at the Chief Minister. Jayalalitha cites UN reports on Lanka, wants the Chief Minister publicly apologize for allegedly lying to the public. After the Supreme Court verdict, police sets up 3 special teams to hunt down John David. His residence in Karur is investigated. Is the Congress High Command miffed with the TNCC chief's actions? Inquiry into sacking of youth congressmen was undertaken.
High Command has sent Mr. Sajeev Joseph to conduct a proper inquiry, which is going on. So we hope and we have the full confidence that High Command will take the right decision.
Mercury and tempers flared up on day 1 of power cuts announced by TNEB, 1 hour each day for Chennaiites.
கரண்ட் வந்து 3 ஹவர் இல்லாமல் இருந்தால் எங்களால் இங்கே இருக்க முடியாதுங்க. ஏற்கனவே நாங்கள் வந்து கரண்ட் இல்லாமல் தான் இங்கே அவஸ்தைப்பட்டு இப்போ ஒரு 6 வருஷமாக தான் இங்கே கரண்ட் இருக்குது.
Madras High Court sounds an alert on unauthorized construction in Tinagar. Orders the demolition of part of a popular sweet shop. In power or not, some politicians go the extra mile to help the common man. An NDTV Hindu special report.
Term is completed. I am not bothered because I will continue to help the people.
Summer camps are offering unique experiences. Get ready for a space ride like never before.
Very good inspiration for me. It's a very good experience. My ambition in life is to become an astronaut.
And the CSK bowlers make early inroads into the Mumbai Indians. Tendulkar sent packing for just 5 runs. Well, a very good evening and welcome to News Night with me, Ashmit Kumar. Let's take a quick look at national stories that are making headlines. An IPS officer implicates Narendra Modi in the Gujarat riots. Says he ordered police officers to turn a blind eye to the rioters. Mayawati takes on the Bhushans, says those facing charges should quit the Lokpal panel. Justice Hegde says he's still to decide on staying on in the Lokpal panel, refuses to comment on corruption charges against Digvijay. A Pune court asks authorities to make Ajit Pawar and his wife an accused in the alleged land grab case. And after a bitter battle with the Lankan cricket board, Lasith Malinga says he's retiring from the tests. He's only playing one-days and T20s. Time magazine includes Mahendra Singh Dhoni in its list of 100 most influential people of the year, way higher than US President. Well, in the top story at the start, the CPM State Secretary G. Ramakrishnan today fiercely defended his party General Secretary Prakash Karat's remarks that the DMK is a family-run enterprise. He had reacted to the DMK chief's poser to the Prakash Karat. Karunanidhi had said that the CPM was a family-run party, pointing to the presence of both Prakash Karat and Brinda Karat in the ranks of the party. Now, Ramakrishnan responded by saying that Brinda Karat rose to the higher ranks of the party from her student days. He charged that the DMK chief's family had taken over the party at all levels and that the party controlled several businesses in the state. Now, for more on these charges, let's go across to our senior correspondent, Peer Mohammed. Now, Peer, these charges are not new. We have been hearing these charges against the DMK about the DMK being a family-run party for a long time now, especially in the build-up to the elections. Why are these charges important at this point, especially coming on the back of the allegations that, interestingly, were made by the DMK Chief Minister?
Yes, Ashmit. In fact, Prakash Karat, in a recent article in the CPM party organ, People's Democracy, was referring to the DMK as a family-run enterprise. And the Chief Minister Karunanidhi was reacting to it in the DMK party organ, Murasuli. He was referring to Brinda Karat's presence in the CPM and he was also calling names. CPM is also a family-run party. That is what he had mentioned in the party organ Murasuli. And today CPM State Secretary G. Ramakrishnan had reacted to the whole episode, saying that there is every reason for Prakash Karat's remarks, while he has also reacted to the other points raised by Chief Minister and DMK Chief Karunanidhi in his article in Murasuli. And he was talking about, in fact, Karunanidhi was talking about his love for communism all along, and he was also talking about his earlier interactions with Prakash Karath on the Indo-US nuclear agreement, and G. Ramakrishnan was pointing out the contradictions in the whole article penned by Mr. Karunanidhi, and saying that the DMK was not adhering to the principles as mentioned by Karunanidhi in that particular article, particularly about the labor policy of the DMK government was not so friendly. That is what G. Ramakrishnan was talking about. Also, he fiercely defended Prakash Karath's statements, saying that the DMK's first family controls several businesses, also controls the party machinery at all levels. These are the charges. Now we have to wait and see how Chief Minister and DMK Chief Karunanidhi reacts to this statement from G. Ramakrishnan.
Absolutely, P. Thanks a lot for joining in. Of course, P signing off there with a critical note. Of course, the reactions of the DMK chief will be awaited to these sharp comments coming in from the CPM. Let's move ahead now. And staying with the political spectrum, AIADMK General Secretary Jayalalitha today demanded a public apology from the Chief Minister M. Karunanidhi for what she called the genocide of Sri Lankan Tamils. Now, she made this demand in the light of the recently leaked UN report, which held the Sri Lanka regime accountable for the war crimes during the final stages of the war in May 2009. Now, AIADMK chief slammed Karunanidhi's claims on April 27th of 2009 that use of heavy weaponry on Lankan Tamil civilians was halted after his 3-hour hunger strike. Now, she also charged that the UN report confirmed that there were a large number of civilian deaths. She now wants the Indian government to take steps to make Sri Lankan President Mahinda Rajapaksa face the trial of the International Court of Justice for war crimes. Well, the latest coming in from the hunt for John David is that special teams of police have just finished investigating his residence in Karur. Now, John David was handed life imprisonment by the Supreme Court in a Navarasu murder case. He is still absconding. Now, Inspector Karthikeyan from Chidambaram today led a special team to John David's home in Vegamedu in Karur district. The family was questioned on the whereabouts of John David, said sources. Now again, 3 special teams have been formed to nab the culprit, John David. Now, police say that teams would be sent to Trichy and Chennai. Now, we were joined by the SP of Cuddalore, Ashwin Kotnis, who gave us a very positive sense of expectations that the police forces are confident of nabbing the culprit in this case.
In the last couple of hours, we've made very good progress. Our teams have made very good progress. We've got details on him. In fact, we've been approached from that side also to say that these people may be helping us in locating him. Investigations in the matter is over and the sentence has been confirmed. Now we are supposed to arrest him. So the matter is only about arresting him now. There is no investigation as such. And we'll definitely nab him. We are quite confident we'll be able to nab him shortly.
And well, the tensions for the self-proclaimed tallest politician figure in the state, KV Thangabalu, appears to be mounting. The Indian Youth Congress's observer Sajeev Joseph on Friday started an inquiry into the sacking of 9 members of the Youth Congress by the TNCC chief. Now, the much criticized the sacking of 19 members of the Congress by Thangabalu immediately after the April 13th elections had come under the scrutiny of the Congress High Command. While the party spokespersons initially backed the actions of the TNCC chief, this inquiry by a national functionary into the expulsions may have come as a warning to the state Congress leadership.
Indian Youth Congress is conducting an inquiry. Actually, this is a internal matter. Actually, so I will submit my report within 3-4 days to Youth Congress leadership.
We represented on behalf of Youth Congress, our Youth Congress State President Yuvraj ji has represented to the IOC to arrange for a proper inquiry and then to take actions according to the inquiry. So we hope that High Command, so on that basis the High Command has sent Mr. Sajeev Joseph to conduct a proper inquiry which is going on. So we hope and we have the full confidence that High Command will take the right decision.
Now, in more news from the city, the Madras High Court has ordered the demolition of unauthorized construction in the 3rd floor of Sri Krishna Sweets at Singravelu Street near Poni Bazaar in T Nagar. Now, the court directed the Chennai Corporation Commissioner to ensure that the famous sweet shop and restaurant owner demolishes the unauthorized constructions in 4 weeks' time. Now, the second bench of the court directed the DGP of Fire and Rescue Services, the Tamil Nadu Pollution Control Board and the Tamil Nadu Electricity Board to conduct frequent and surprise checks on the premises of Sri Krishna Sweets for violation of the norms. Now, the bench also observed that Sri Krishna Sweets shops violated the law of the land and came up with illegal constructions without the permission of the landlord. But speaking to NDTV Hindu, Murli, the managing director of Sri Krishna Sweets, said that they plan on challenging this order within a few weeks' time. The MD also maintained that there is no such construction on the floor in question. Now, the anti-corruption movement has become as much a revolution as a fashion statement. However, outside of such sweeping generalizations, there are certain members from the political arena who are willing to walk the extra mile and serve the people, even if they do not hold a post. Lokpriya brings to us this special report.
Sathanathapuram Venkatraman Shekhar is a hero to some of the people in his constituency, Mylapore. Not because the actor-turned-politician takes on villains, but because as the sitting MLA, he meets the people in his constituency regularly and helps them resolve issues. Shekhar, who failed to get a Congress nomination in the just concluded assembly polls, has hardly a month left before his tenure ends. But the politician says he is a people's man.
According to me, any political post or MLA, MP, councillor, it is a platform for social service. That's all. Politics is not a place to make money. After my term is completed, I am not bothered because I will continue to help the people, not only in Mylapore, anybody.
Like Shekhar, Pandirajan is another young politician who believes staying connected with people is more important than posts. Pandirajan lost out in the crucial Lok Sabha polls in 2009, but he is the DMDK's Virudhunagar candidate in the 2011 assembly polls. He says he spent the last few years working with people and the issues concerning them, like improving infrastructure facilities in Virudhunagar.
I'm not a professional politician, and I'm primarily a professional HR person. I came into politics primarily with a view to enlarge the kind of social impact one can create. Like we've been working in education, health and livelihood for the last 18 years of my running the company. And to me, politics is really a platform to do these things on a wider scale. As an elected representative, your first commitment is to your constituency. So the 10 lakh of people who considered voting for me, the Virudhunagar Parliament constituency, they're important for me. So these are sacred commitments I make to them. They are not mere manifestos to be strewn on the wall.
The poll rhetoric may have died down, but there are still a few who do not slog only for political brownie points, perhaps a change from the opportunistic politicians that we are used to. In Chennai, Lokpriya, NDTV Hindu.
Now, Chief Minister of UP Mayawati has taken on the Bhushans, saying that those facing these charges should quit the Lokpal panel immediately. We'll get you more details on the other side.